Hello everyone, welcome to the Raquel and Nathan YouTube channel. Today, you join me, I'm going camping, right? I'm going to go camping and this is going to be my first experience in the truck. Of course, I haven't built the bed properly, but this is mainly a test to see how I sleep in it and whatever. Because if I build the bed and then decide that I sleep in a different position and then I'll wish that I've done something else, it's going to really bug me. So I'm going to sleep in it, figure out how I want the bed. This is basically just a test, but I'm going to be staying there, so I'll cook myself dinner and breakfast at this location. Maybe not breakfast, maybe I'll come back to the garage to do breakfast. But the place I'll be staying is abandoned, which you've seen probably in the title. But legality-wise, my family own the property and I have permission to stay there, so don't worry anyone. I'm not just intruding on someone's property, it is my family's property. But it's abandoned and it's kind of creepy there. I haven't been at night time, so it's probably going to be very creepy. But I'll be in the back of the truck, parked down in the garden somewhere. And if you haven't seen, I've got a new bike rack on the top. It's mainly on there for looks at the moment, but I'll show you a little bit more about that when I come to use it. But I need to change my clothes because I went out earlier, so I'm looking, you know, a little bit too nice. I'm not saying people who go camping don't look nice, but you know what I mean. I need to get into more comfortable clothes so I can slob in the back of the truck. And I really need to make sure that my locking features are working tonight because I'm probably going to be quite scared. So let's load up the truck and have a look at what I'm going to take. So when I was with Raquel, we actually found that it's a really nice place to be, and even though we were on the beach in the last video and the sun, it was about 25, high 20 degrees Celsius that is, it was really hot, and still the truck, considering it's like, to me I thought it was going to be like a greenhouse, you know, and just get really hot in there. It actually didn't, it stayed remarkably cold, colder than outside, so that was a massive plus and I'm really happy about that. So tonight it's going to be quite cold, the weather's turned a bit, we've got a bit of sun at the moment, but actually I think in the evening it's going to be raining, so fingers crossed this thing's waterproof. I haven't given it a full test. But that's what this video is about. We're going to see, will I be coming back to this garage tonight to stay in here, or will I actually go through with it and stay in the back of the truck? I think I'll stay in the back of the truck, but we shall see. So as you can see, there's nothing in the back here at the moment because I was hauling some stuff for my dad who actually got some delivery stuff, so I brought that back to the unit. But what I've done is I've made a wooden floor. Here we are. You join me by me and my dad's lovely Whitbread. This is a really old sign of a pub from England. Don't know why I had to say that, but I did. It looks quite cool. So at this workbench, you can see I've got leaning up here. This is exactly the shape of the truck. So this is where the wheel arches are on either side, and then this is obviously the ridged bit in the back. And when you're laying in there, you don't want to lay on all the ridges because it's really uncomfortable. So what me and my dad went ahead and did just before this video was we basically just cut a piece of wood, and this is a good old gaffer tape on the side here, and just basically cut it to size, so it's a nice flat floor and I don't have to worry about getting a numb bum on those ridges in there. So what we'll do is we'll slide this in and then arrange everything else, and then just slide it in. And I must say it works remarkably well. Because the sides, I've only taped them so they come up like this, and then it just goes in and sits flat like that. And as you can see, it fits like a glove. And the next port of call is actually sort of supplies and equipment. So I need to take something to cook dinner with. I'm going to be cooking, I think, pesto pasta, that's the plan. So I need to take something to make a little fire. There's like a little concrete square. It looks like an old water tank. It's concrete, so I'll be cooking a little, that's where I'll set up my little barbecue. So the first part of the equipment is a cooler. And here I've got this is quite a cool piece of equipment. I don't exactly know the brand. The Adventure Begins. So it actually opens into like a little stand. So it only opens this much, and it opens and then these legs come out, and it's a stand, and you can cook, you know, you can cook stuff in it. So that should be pretty cool, and I'll be using that. Right, there's my mattress topper, and here's my sleeping bag. So it's a nice, I call this the old granny style. It sort of looks like something your grandma would have, you know, it's quite nice. So it's actually my dad's, he's old enough. Sorry Dad, I don't want that to lay on the wood, so I'm going to put this rug down. The theory here. Now I'm going to unravel this. This mattress hasn't been used for about 8 years, I think. We used to have like a small boat with like a really small cabin, so you could sleep in it if you had to. but we had this on there just for comfort, so we could eat down there. And oh yes, look at that! Man, that is perfection. Thoroughly impressed. I've just got to sleep like this, because if I stretch my leg out, I'm going to be well out of this. But it's not as bad as I was anticipating. I genuinely thought this was going to be a lot more cramped. Okay, so it's about, it's 5:45 in the evening. I just went to the local hardware store, but it was closed as it's the weekend, to look for gas, because I thought it'd be nice to have that as a backup. But clearly I can't have a backup today, so I've studied the barbecue and I think I can get it to work perfectly. Like, I think I should be able to do it. It's quite a cool piece of kit. I'll explain it and show it a little bit later on, but I'm going to show you what I've got packed as I'm completely done and ready to go. So let's have a little walkthrough of what I've got. Okay, so to the right hand side here you can see I've got these pillows and I've got lots of them. I've got 7 pillows in total, just to, you know, keep myself comfortable, and I do quite like being wrapped up in pillows, I don't know why. But then I've got the storage box on the side here. This storage box has got my sleeping bag in it. I got these rice cakes, rice biscuits. They're called tortillas bolachas de arroz, and these ones have a bit of salt on them because they are horrible without salt, let's just say that. Of course, then I've got lots of water. This is for washing up and, you know, just general stuff, not really drinking. I've got 2 litres for drinking, and then I've got, of course, my tea, some English breakfast tea. Then over here, I've got myself my cauldron, like my pot. This is what I'll be cooking with. I've got a sieve just to strain the pasta once I cook it. And then I've got some kitchen roll here just so I can dry things and clean things. And of course in my backpack I've got my computer and just electronics that I can use for the night. And then we move around to the back of the vehicle. I've got my barbecue, which is here. And of course I've got my cooler. Now this isn't plugged in, I've just got 2 ice packs in there. I've only literally just got myself 1 meal here, so this is just for this evening to keep myself going. So I've got some milk for my tea, I've got a pesto sauce, I've got some dates as a snack, and I've also got of course I've got my pasta and some cutlery, and just 2 cold packs in there. So that will keep me going for the night. And that's literally it. And I'm wearing a thermal top, so this will just keep me nice and warm because it should be a bit cold this evening. And I've got my joggers on, and I've got a pair of like flip-flops to just get in and out of. It's a bit easier. The only thing I haven't got is an awning or anything like that to keep myself any shelter. So this is the only shelter I have, if you know what I mean. So this is literally it. This is all I have. I don't have any gazebos or awnings or whatever to hang off the side of the car. But I should be fine. It's only forecast to absolutely slash down with rain the majority of the evening, so it's no problem. So let's get to this abandoned place and set up camp. I'm very excited. Let's go. So here you can see that this place is derelict. You can tell by the roof of this place, a lot of years. But down here you can see that I've actually got, well, it's an old an old sort of water well. So you'd fill this with water and you'd wash your clothes on the end of it and whatever. So I plan on actually, you see I've chucked a couple of sticks in here because I saw them behind the car. I actually plan on using this as like my fire pit. So I set the barbecue up in there because there's no wind, there's no chance of fire spreading, because Portugal, even though it's raining today, Portugal's always a bit weird with fire, you know, it spreads very easily here. So this place will be perfectly safe for me to have my little barbecue, and the back of the truck, obviously I can open up, and this will be my little area right here. So let's open up the truck and get settled. I've got a deck chair inside in one of the houses here, we've got a deck chair, so I might go and get that. And then put it inside here and have a little go at the fire and see if I can get one started. So I'll just open this up, and it's quite smart. So it's like a briefcase. It opens and you snap it shut like that, so it clips so it can't close. And then on each edge you see there's like these pieces, and you have to pull the foot and then move it, and it comes out to make the base. So you just do that, and there you go, look, boom. we've got a base. And then what you get here is these feet that clip out, and this is your like charcoal bit. So you put all the, I'm going to be putting wood in here, but you know, you'd normally put coals or something like that, and that just sits on. It's got little grooves that it slots into, like that. And then this is like a little filter for your charcoal at the bottom. So you put that in, and this is just to lift your tray up and down, you know, so you don't have to drop it when it's hot. And that just literally sits on the top there. So that's it. So what I'll do is I'll leave this off for now, and I'll go and collect some wood, and then break it into very small pieces, and I'll line it up in here, and then I'll use a match and we'll just get it going. These dry bits of wood are absolutely perfect. These are exactly what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is just find the dry pieces, and they're what I'll be using. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, why is he starting fire with tissue? But I'm not even going to pretend to be anything like good at this. I am terrible with starting fires. Like, I'm the most unlucky person, or probably just the most untalented person. Okay, so on the fire, I'm just going to start boiling my water. As the fire seems to be going okay at the moment. It's just sort of turning into a smoke storm, but okay, so the water is boiling. Well, it's not boiling yet, but it's on the fire, so hopefully it won't take too long. My confidence isn't massively high, I will say, but I'll be patient and keep probing the fire, making sure that it's nicely like full of new sticks. And fingers crossed the water will actually get hot enough to cook some pasta. So I'll join you when I put the pasta in, if I put the pasta in. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. The water got nearly to boiling, but I decided to put my spaghetti in anyway, you know, to make it, just to cook it for longer. Oh, the smoke is unbelievable. But it's getting nice and hot, and my wooden spoon stay on the top there. I think in about 10-15 minutes my spaghetti pasta will be done. Give it a try. Oh yeah, that is done. Successfully cooked pasta on a fire for the first time. I've cooked steak and meats, but I've never cooked pasta. Boom, done. Oh yeah, I love pesto pasta. There we go, bon appetit. Right, let's try it. That's good. I feel like I'm being interviewed, but wow. Everything tastes better off a fire, I'm sure. Hey, awesome. That was a really good meal, and I'm very full after that. But I'm going to go wash this out with some water at the back of the truck, and I'll bring it back with some fresh water, and I'm going to leave it on the fire for an hour or so, and then I'll come back and have a cup of tea. No, it's actually very nice tonight. The evening's really good. The weather's much better than I expected. It was supposed to be raining, but that's not happened yet, which is brilliant. The only thing I'm not enjoying is the bugs, but I can always kill them. Probably going to chill around here, close this back up I think. I don't really want to be in here yet. Then I'll have a cup of tea, bring the tea in and settle myself for the evening. I've started watching this TV series, it's called Gotham, and it's all about, you know, Batman, but it's like how he grew up, and it's actually a very good TV series. So Dad, if you're watching, thank you very much for the recommendation of Gotham. So I will probably be binge watching that on my laptop tonight before I sleep. So it's going to be a very nice evening for me. So yes, I will catch you guys in a second when I'm drinking my, well, once I've finished making my tea. And yeah, I will catch you then. Right, now it's time to make myself a tea, but I'm going to have to improvise because, sorry about the coat, it's massive, but I didn't want to be cold. So I poured a bit of milk into a plastic bottle because I don't actually have a cup. I forgot a cup. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a bit of milk in here ready, and then I'm going to put the hot water into the bottle. Well, try and get most of it in. Then dump the tea bag in, shake it up, then I've got myself a tea. Pouring this into this is going to be difficult, but it's all I've got, so I've got to work with it. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, that's hot. All over, please don't fall. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tea bag. Hello, tea bag. Pop you in there. Oh yeah. And here you go. A tea. Now I leave the tea bag in. I like mine to get really strong. Now it's time for me to set myself up in the truck and start binge watching Netflix. Let's go. Okay, so you join me in the back. I've got my cup of tea. It's so cozy in here. Like, hang on, I'll give you a tour. So I've got the window popped open just for a little bit of ventilation because it was getting a bit stuffy in here. But I've got my coat just up here on the wheel arch. I've got all these pillows behind me, as you can see, to just keep me sort of, you know, leaning nicely, and that's why I don't get uncomfortable. Got my sleeping bag ready here. Then over on the left side we've got the drinks cabinet. I've got myself my fridge. I've got some snacks on the tops of my water. Got my bag here with my electronics in. I've got my computer with me. And I've got just some kitchen roll down there, and obviously a lot more cushions on this side. But as places to stay go, this is actually as nice as, if not nicer than my bedroom. Like, it is so cozy in here. It's awesome, absolutely awesome. And I'm excited to actually have a good sleep in here and spend some time in it, because I haven't really, you know, other than the sort of days out, I've never slept in it, so it's going to be very, very interesting. I've got a towel to hang up at the window just in case, because the side windows, they're so dark, even at night time you can't see in, and the back one isn't tinted, so I will have to sort of cover that one just for my own satisfaction. The only problem I do have is the fact I stink of smoke, and I do have a fair bit of like ash on me, so I keep thinking it's like a cockroach, but it's just a big piece of ash or something like that. But that's the only fault I have at the moment. So it's currently 8:33. It is now dark, so it's super chill in here. Like, it is ridiculously cozy, and it's really warm as well. Like, considering outside it's quite cold. It's sort of like 15 degrees Celsius, which in Portugal, yes, it's cold. I know in England that's not cold, but here it is cold. And it's just really relaxing. Like, obviously there's no noise because I'm quite a way away from everything, and yeah, it's really comfortable because this memory foam mattress topper is like ridiculously soft, so I'm super comfy. So I'm going to crack out the old rice biscuits and enjoy a binge watch TV shows. So I will catch you guys in the morning. Actually no, I won't. I will catch you guys when I've finished watching, and I'll say goodnight. Good morning everyone, it is currently 7:49, and it was a weird night. I won't deny, I haven't slept anywhere like this before really. It was very comfortable, like it was very nice, but it was a bit odd not being able to stretch my legs out for so long. That was weird, because obviously I'm not used to sleeping in this position all night. Like, I move a lot when I sleep, so being curled up and attempting to stretch out but hitting a wall, it's kind of weird. The only thing I did have an issue with was the actual mattress. Like, the mattress topper's like this thick, and it just wasn't comfortable. I'm fine sleeping on my side, like in a ball, not like in a ball, but like, you know, just on my side. But my hips were like going through, like as soon as my hips were touching this and my shoulders, like you just through the foam, like this memory foam wasn't enough. So I need to think of something a little bit more comfortable to lay on, but other than that, it was very nice in here. And it rained twice, but the first time was quite heavy and the second time was ridiculously heavy. Like, the rain was, it was like someone had a pressure washer on this thing. It was ridiculous. So I got literally one drip, that was all. And yes, I thoroughly enjoyed the evening though. It's been very nice and very civilized. But I'm going to collect the barbecue, get that up, and I'm going to go back to the garage for some breakfast, because I didn't bring anything with me. So I just decided to get out the truck, and it started raining, which is perfect. So I'm going to put on my coat and get wet. but I've come to the conclusion the truck actually hasn't leaked, it's just been condensation. Like there's so much condensation, like the whole, I don't know if you can see this. Look, you see here, this is all just condensation, like it's all just wet. Like it's not wet to the touch, but it is, if you know what I mean. Like the material's wet, but it doesn't feel it, but it is. So it's all just condensation, but it's not the end of the world, it's not that bad really. So I'm gonna get wet now, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so I'm back at the garage, and I'm all dry. The truck's now sort of drying off. It was horribly wet, but I've driven it back, and I'm gonna have a shower in a minute, clean myself up, because I feel a bit smoky still. Yes, definitely smoky. I absolutely love staying in the truck. Last night was awesome, a little bit uncomfortable. So I just need to find a thicker sort of mattress to sleep on, but other than that, sleeping in it is fine. If I sleep on my side, it's no problem. I just need something a little bit more comfortable for like, my hips and my shoulder to sleep on, because like, you know, you wake up and you're just a bit stiff. But other than that, the truck's perfect. It dealt with the weather really well. The rain sort of just didn't come in. One drop I had, a bit of condensation, but that's not the end of the world. And it's also quite good for privacy because I haven't got any curtains at the moment. But I do plan on building a solar heater. If you don't know what one of those is, look it up on YouTube. They're quite cool. They're like a big piece of PVC plumbing pipe, and you put it on the roof, paint it black, and then you attach like a tap to it and a bike pump, and then you can pressurize it, and the heat from the sun makes the water warm, and then you can use it as an outside shower. So I do plan on building that in the future. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. But other than that, I love this week's video. Really enjoyed filming it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.